Mikey or Mickey Van Excel. He's the son of Mick or Nick Van Excel, a former NBA great, now coaching somewhere in Atlanta. However, his son is charged with capital murder in that they found the body somewhere dumped, and then he and some friend went and confessed. But bottom line is that he says it was an accident. They were fooling around with some gun, and he got shot. But then they discovered that the fellow's phone and sneakers were missing, so that they're thinking that perhaps this is a robbery, one way or another, whether before or after the fact it was a robbery, before the violence. So they charged him with capital murder. Now, I don't know. His father, I'm sure, must have made millions, and he probably had envisioned that he would also be a basketball star, so that perhaps he's not even studying school. I mean, I don't need school, man. I'm going to be in the NBA and so on. However, at 20, he's just hanging around home and just wasting time. When I was 20, I was in another country trying to get an education. Men in the dormitory had different types of people with big bucks. Some just fooling themselves that they, got what it takes to get an education. But I was working in the cafeteria, working on the farm, going to classes, trying to get it done. Going to spend money on threads and all that. I just want to pay for the books, the tuition, and to eat. Okay. But you see, as I go around America, I find a lot of guys hang around the corners. And if you listen to them or you ask them, "Hey bro, what's up, man?" You can tell you, "Well, man, I'm just waiting to go to college, I finished high school, I got a high school diploma with honors. I got a 5 point whatever honors, and I'm waiting to go to college, whatever. I'm just trying to get some funds together." And all along he's picking up some felonies, you know what I mean? Hanging out there with drug guys, gambling guys, whatever. Driving around with a guy with gun in the waist and all this stuff. Got friends that pushing drugs. Next thing you know, he's 40, get a couple felonies, and he's still thinking that, man, I should go to college. But you see, what has happened though, many of these parents, they're hamstrung because there's a law that you can have kids working. Now as I go down the road, I see these Mexican kids. They can't even talk properly, and they're selling flowers in the side of the streets, or selling something that's selling on the side of the streets, and they're growing up thinking that they're entrepreneurs. And later on, they're gonna be working hard. They're gonna be picking corn, whatever, or going to school. They're gonna be doing it, So sometimes as parents, you're handicapped from getting your kids to get the discipline that's necessary, like starting to sweep the yard or cut the grass. There's a law against that. You can't have kids doing dangerous jobs and so on. But how would they know how to handle dangerous things if they don't start? And then when you wait too late, it's like they've had so much cooling off and ease that they're not going to go and pick no corn or work no hard. And so they're sitting around home having nothing to do. I mean, at 20, he probably should have been married and got a family and trying to get some money to take care of his family, So, we don't know how this one's going to end up, but it's a pity that he's going to waste his life, because at least he get a manslaughter or something. He must go to jail for a little bit. I don't know. They might pay the family off, and the family would say we don't want to press charge, but it's up to the state. Crimes are prosecuted by the state, so even though they take care of business to the state, but young people, be careful, man. You can't play around with guns. I mean, it could have been he who was shot if it's truly an accident. Anyone of them could have been shot, or the bullet could have ricocheted, go through him, hit the wall, come back and knock you up too. So today, December 31st, he was released on, I think, $25,000 bail and so on. But our young people, we gotta do a lot better than this. Wear our pants up, get smart, stop all this dumb stuff that's going on. Because as I watch some folks doing dumb stuff, you're watching the faces, see a lot of pride, and it's a lot like, I got it, bro. I got it, man. I'm superpower, whatever. Well, as a person living in America, man, you're supposed to be able to do much more than anybody else. Work harder, study longer, stay out of crime, get as much education as you want, get the best health you could take care of your health and so forth, as opposed to hanging around just wasting time watching movies and partying and drinking up and running around with young people driving fast in the street, man. Just what I found is this, that guys start working at McDonald's maybe 16, 15, whatever, and the amount of money they've made while living with their parents, they could have saved up a lot to go towards the education. So that they save up so much, go to junior college, get a 2-year diploma, go and get a job, start continue studying in the evening, and it's done. Or if you don't want school, you could buy a house, rent it out, and keep on, working whatever, and build up yourself, as opposed to doing little trivial, little petty games. It don't work for you in the long term.